Hello everybody, this is Sean.
And Alexis.
And today we're going to show you how to make a delicious cream of broccoli soup.
Minus the scallop, I made those for us.
Yeah, the scallops and the oil you see on there are a little bit of a add-on that we have for it just to make it a full meal. You don't need to do that if you don't like scallops. That's
literally
fine.
Just some scallop fried in butter and garlic.
Right, and
That's
if you
it.
want to learn how to do that, just comment below and we'll tell you how. But for
I'll show you.
now, it's off to the ingredients so that you can learn how to make this soup. I've shown you my soup, so now I guess I gotta show you how to make the soup, because otherwise this is just a video of me showing you a bowl of soup and saying, yum, let's have some soup.
Here's the stuff that goes in the soup.
Yeah, this is the stuff that goes in the soup. It's actually a really simple soup, which is half of the reason why I wanted an immersion blender in the first place, so I could make soups like this.
I can almost make this soup, and I can't make soup.
Right, we've got 8 cups of broccoli florets. This is 6 cups, but there'll be 2 cups more in there by the time we cook.
We didn't measure it right the first
time. We didn't cut quite enough. Works out to basically 6 full broccoli crowns.
Yeah.
Of the size that they had in our store.
So like
that big.
It's impossible to tell. It's a fucking screen.
Right? 1 medium diced onion, 2 sticks of celery diced, and about 5 or 6 cloves of garlic. All diced up there. We're going to need 3 cups of vegetable stock, a cup of cheddar cheese, grated, whatever type you need. This is just the only lactose-free cheddar cheese they had in the grocery store today. I'd prefer an old cheddar.
But it's what we got.
Right? Now, this stuff over here is going to be for thickening. For the type of soup that we're making here at the very end process, we make a thick cream roux-based sauce on the side and stir it into the actual soup at the end.
What's a roux?
A roux is when you've got flour and butter and you cook them together to cement-like texture and you add liquid to it to thicken. It's the base of sauces like bechamel, which is what you use to make Alfredo and mac and cheese.
I like both of these things.
Right? So I'll show you how to make that side dish, part of it. If you want more intricate sauces from that ingredient, you'll have to comment below and ask.
I mean, let us know if you ever want anything made.
Right? And we're going to be serving ours with some pan-fried scallops and a basil oil that I made. If you want to see how to do those, you're going to have to ask for it, because this is all about soup.
It's just a soup.
It's just the soup. So from here, I'm going to cut to the pan, where I'm going to start sauteing some onions. So what you're going to want to do if you're following along is turn your heat on to medium, heat up your pan a bit, put some oil in there, get it ready, because that's where I'm going to meet you next. Okay, welcome back. If you're still here, I've got the hot pot with the oil that I mentioned.
You didn't mention any of the spices.
No, I didn't mention any of the spices that are going in this at all. And perhaps that's going to be a little bit of thyme, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt, and some bay leaves. Keeping it simple today. Melting that butter real quick with that hot oil. It's probably going to burn on us. So to avoid that, I'm throwing my vegetables in right away. We want a little bit of flavor on this anyway. So you just get going. My Alvenac stove, I guess stovetop, runs pretty hot when it's on medium. So it might be a medium high for you. But you just want to get these vegetables sauteing and going. And then get a little bit of salt on top of them. And that was just a big, healthy pinch of salt. Stir that up. Those are glistening, they're sweating. That's where I want them to be right now. They need pepper. That was 10 cranks on a medium grind. Okay. That is smelling really good. If you want this spicy, this is your point where you realize that you forgot to get out any chili flakes, and you look through your cabinet, hoping that you'll see the chili flakes quickly, but you never see the chili flakes quickly. Chili flakes, are you here?
Yeah, they died.
Oh shit, we might not have chili flakes.
We have Tabasco.
We have Tabasco. Get me some Tabasco sauce. I need to add some spice to this right at the base level. When I'm not cooking and filming at the same time, I'll take a look through my cabinet and see if I have chili flakes. Okay, got ourselves our Tabasco. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19, 20.
Bunch of Tabasco.
20 dashes of Tabasco. We like it spicy. You could probably get away with like 5, maybe far less.
Depends on your spice tolerance.
Ooh, that's great though. Because I added that much Tabasco, I avoided having to add a little squeeze of lemon at this point.
Because vinegar.
You always need vinegar. Broccoli goes straight in.
Oh.
You just dump it in there at this
For some reason I thought those would get like cooked separately. I don't know why.
No, not really. We did parboil some of our broccoli to lower the potassium level in them, just for...
Me.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta lower your levels and then watch things, and that's just a thing in life. That's also a reason why I'm gonna thicken this with a roux instead of using potatoes that you would add in exactly right now if you're adding potatoes.
Would they already be boiled or just like raw potato?
They'd be chopped potato and peeled.
Okay.
And you put them in right now, just get them a little bit stirred up. You want to get all of these flavors mixed and over each other, all of that butter in there. It's nice and tasty. And now we're going to add in stock.
We have a jar of stock.
It is 3 cups of vegetable stock. I pre-measured that to make it easy for me. And everything suddenly gets very eerily quiet in here at the same time. All you can hear is me. There you go. Get those all stirred. Get them under the stock. Can you grab me bay leaves and thyme?
At the moment, it just looks like sad soup.
It does. It looks really sad. This will look way better later. Way better.
There's some thyme.
Excellent.
That didn't have any bay leaf in it.
That's like a teaspoon of thyme.
Where did we put the bay leaves? I can never find anything
Another
in
healthy
here.
pinch of salt.
I can never find
Some
it.
bay leaves in the jar.
No, they're not. The bay leaf jar is empty.
Okay, our spice hunt is done, and we actually found the crushed red peppers while looking for our bay leaves.
So those are also going in there.
Yeah, a little bit of a cut there while we found those, so I'm just putting in like a teaspoon of crushed chilies now. Usually I would have put those in earlier while we were sauteing everything to get their oils out, because then you get more of a flavor and a deeper spice.
And
2
a
large
couple.
bay leaves in there.
Bay leafy.
Stir that, get them under the water.
Why are bay leaves so hard and dry?
Because you dry them out. And also, I don't know, the way they grow look kind of like a holly leaf. Maybe they're related.
Are they just naturally kind of a
Yeah,
hard
they're like
leaf?
a harder leaf.
Huh.
Mom had a little bay leaf plant. Okay, those are all ready to go. We're gonna want this to come up to like a simmery sort of boil thing, but that's okay because you're covering it. And you're gonna let them do this for like 10 minutes.
Sweet, we'll see you then.
Well, I timed that well.
Perfect.
Okay. Open that away from my camera so I don't blast it with steam.
Smells like steamy, tasty broccoli.
Right? That is steamy, tasty broccoli that has been... We want to accidentally pull our microphones out, which is the best for any type of vlogging that you do, no matter what. Pull out our bay leaves, because you don't want to choke to death on those. Now, you've got multiple options at this point here. You can either take it out and run your broccoli through a food processor, or put this in a blender after you've cooled it down so that you don't break out the blender. Or, the whole reason why I got my vroom vroom soup here is so that I could vroom vroom some soup.
I've only ever used that thing, like in the past, to make juice.
Oh no, these aren't just for juice. You just blend that bullshit right in here.
You're just kind of smooshing them.
Yeah, you're smooshing them and blending them. You're lifting that blender, you're getting everything in there.
Don't put your finger in the blender.
No, don't put your finger in the blender.
I'm just saying.
Why would I do that?
I don't know, I'm just saying.
Why? Wow. Yeah, no, don't put your finger in the blender.
This is coming from somebody who put their finger in a...
You did put your finger in a deli slice.
Yes. I was incredibly smart, okay?
Okay. There we go. Now, if we'd added potato, we'd pretty much be done. We would just add some cream to this, and it'd be good to go. We did not add potato, so we have to add something to this, or it's literally just broccoli in vegetable stock.
Which
And
is fun, but
it's going to be tasty broccoli and vegetable stock, but we got to add our
it's not
cream.
quite cream of broccoli soup.
Right? It's not quite cream of broccoli soup. But that's all the blending that I need to do. So from here, I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to start making the roux and the cream sauce that we mix this into to make a cream of broccoli soup.
Sweet!
See you there. Okay, who here wants soup?
I hate soup.
You hate soup? You don't like soup?
No, it's gross.
Okay, well, after we're done with all this effort in making the soup, I guess you just don't get any of the soup.
Soup. All my homies hate
That's
soup.
3 tablespoons of butter in there. I'm just getting it melted. All of it. Nice and melted. And then I've got 3 tablespoons of flour. Get it in there.
Is this the cement stuff?
It is, yeah, this is making a roux. You're just cooking your flour and butter mixture. You want it to have the consistency of cement.
What happens if you burn it?
It'll get darker, and then you'll get like a brown roux, which you want to use for dark sauces, like if you're using beef
Oh,
and things like that.
so it's
You want
not
it to toss.
totally crap.
Yeah, eventually it will burn, but you're going to have to put effort into that, but it'll give a more toasty flavor to it.
Oh. Do you want the milk?
It should look like pale cement like that. Yeah, now we've got our milk, which is like 2 cups.
Yeah.
Pour a little bit in there at first, stir everything up. I'm going to turn my heat down a bit. Get more of that in there. Stir more of that up. Probably easier if I was using my whisk.
Do you want a whisk?
Oh, you could get me my whisk. If you stir it long enough, it'll... See, it's... break it down anyway. You just need the flour to get all hydrated.
Flour and butter.
Milky flour and butter. Press that in there. Whisk it all together.
And then that goes in the green stuff.
Yeah, and if you're making a mac and cheese, you make this, and then you add a whole bunch of cheese to it, and you pour it in your macaroni with whatever flavors you're adding to your mac and cheese.
I like macaroni.
If you're making Alfredo, you make this, and you add Parmesan cheese and pepper.
Oh.
And then you put it on noodles. So, traditionally you would float an onion in it with some cloves and a bay leaf pinned to it.
Why are they pinned to it?
I don't know. I have no idea.
It's just like...
It's called a
pinning-
studded onion.
Why?
It's traditional French cuisine.
Why can't you just throw a bay leaf in there?
Because it's a studded onion. When
What?
I'm making it, I just throw that shit in there and I strain it after. But
I guess it makes it easier to take out?
maybe, or maybe they don't want the whole clove flavor in there?
I don't know.
It tastes the same to me either way. I don't know. I don't understand French cuisine.
Some of it, it's very good. It's
Like,
just...
it's tasty, and I'm trained in it, but I don't understand why they do that. Like, it works when you do it exactly their way. Yes.
I guess someone figured out a really good way to do it, and then they went with it.
Right? And that's just all. There's no more real clumpies, is there?
Oh, it looks pretty smooth.
Okay. Good. Turn my heat back up. Because we want this to thicken. Once this gets thick, we're going to stir it all into that soup.
When does the cheese go in?
The cheese goes in after we stir it all into that soup.
Oh.
That's what
For some reason I thought it went in now.
No, you don't put it into this now, because then it's going to be goopy and harder to get this into the cheese.
Oh, and then I guess you could just get a glob of thing.
Yeah, exactly. It just becomes a glob. So by adding the cheese in, once you have everything in your soup, you're just making your life easier. And it's better to gauge the consistency so that you don't accidentally end up with gross soup.
But I hate soup.
If you end up with clumps in like a sauce when you're making it like this, you can always strain it.
Yes. It looks pretty good, though.
There's a few, but I mean, really, we're making this for ourselves at home.
Yeah.
Right, and now we're just waiting for this to be warm again. So I added a lot of milk in there at the same time. Get the temperature turned down. You can see it's getting thicker now. Okay, as we cook it, it's getting thicker for us, which means that it's pretty much close to ready for us to add this into our soup. We've made ourselves our cream sauce. And this is what will turn this from being a pot of broccoli to a broccoli cream soup. So we bring our broccoli over. All nice and hot. Very bubbly, apparently.
You put it on the hot burner.
Well, it attacked us. There's nothing we could have done. And then we take our hot cream soup and we mix that in there. And your soup's ready. That's it. That's the last step.
No, you need cheese.
Well, yeah, we were making ours with cheddar.
Okay,
so right now we got cream of broccoli soup. We want cream of broccoli and cheddar soup. So your soup's not done.
I mean, I'm going to taste it now just to know what it tastes like, though.
Okay. Get yourself a spoon and do a taste while I get the last of the cream sauce out of this pan because I don't like wasting stuff. There we go.
Maybe a touch more salt.
Throw some in there.
Another sprinkle. One more for good luck.
Yeah, sure.
2 sprinkles.
2 sprinkles of salt.
More pepper.
Yeah, a little bit of pepper. A lot more flavor in there. You're the one that tasted it. I'm making this for you.
10 more cranks. That's probably good.
And that's nice and thick, and everything's mixed in. That's looking like a good soup.
Smells great.
Right? But if you have a good soup, you need cheese.
Smells great. Tastes great.
And we love cheese. So we got 2 cups of cheddar that are just going straight in here. You could use 1 cup. My original plan was for 1 cup. But this is a lot of soup. And we love cheese.
That's good.
So we're stirring in that cheese. Getting a beautiful cheddar flavor in there. Saving some on the sides so that we can use it as a garnish for the end if we want. And I think I'm ready to boil this. Ready to boil this. I'm ready to serve this once we've got all of our condiments and add-ons ready to go. If you're just making this as a side dish for something, this is all you need to do. But we're making this for an entree. So we're making some scallops. And I'll see you when my scallops are done. Because like I said earlier, if you want to learn how to make scallops, you're going to have to comment enough for us to make a video for you on how to make scallops.
For some reason, I'm making them this time, so good luck to me.
Yeah, I told her she's making me some scallops, so we're going to see how well that goes. But you're not going to.
Oh my god, it's soup! I love soup!
I know, and the soup is ready. And our toppings are ready for the soup now. So, as it stands, you could eat the soup. You could make a crouton or a crostini with cheese on it, put that on top. Be delicious. If you'd added potato, this would be super filling as it is. We wanted to top ours with scallops.
I don't know how the scallop is staying on top of it, but
it's just gonna
kind of sloop in there.
On top of there.
What the hell?
You're just gonna have your scallops.
What the hell? They're just kind of...
On top of
I kind of figured they'd just like sloop in there, but they didn't.
Well, they kind of do, especially once I do that. But then you take your fancy oil that you made by putting a whole bunch of parsley with some lemon juice and some olive oil and some salt and pepper and garlic in a blender.
We used canola oil.
We used canola oil. And you just go like that.
That looks delicious.
Over the top. And you are some sort of a fancy restaurant. And you have made yourself your broccoli and cheddar soup with scallops. And that's it. They're ready to go. After we take a few photographs and get them perfect, but that's okay. We're fine with eating cold food. That's what we're here for. Yours is probably hot, but that's fine.
Anyway.
That's the magic of YouTube. Right, if you like this video, you should subscribe and check through our videos for other ones.
please do. And if you have any suggestions, comments, concerns,
if you want to see how to make any of the specific areas of this video, please let us know and we'll do that for you.
Totally. If you want to make me watch me stumble through a scallop recipe, just let me know.
Right? We'll show it for you. But for now, it's time for us to enjoy our soup. So I hope you've had a good night.
Fuck yeah, soup!
Soup! Good night.